Hey y'all, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Liliana Joy, and on this channel we like to focus on body care, especially Bath & Body Works, but also lifestyle here and there. And today we are going to be doing an in-depth review, comparison, and combo ideas with Oh Cherry. So if that sounds interesting, I hope you guys keep on watching. So as I said, today we are focusing on Oh Cherry. So if you are new to my channel and you have never ever seen one of my videos, basically for these in-depth review, comparison, and layering ideas, we go over every single product in the fragrance line, and then I also compare it to some other fragrances, and then also I'm going to throw in some layering ideas or combo ideas as well. So let's just go ahead and get started going over the fragrance. So here is the packaging. I love this packaging. I think it is gorgeous. I love this deep red burgundy kind of color. I think it's beautiful. The one thing that I hate is Bath & Body Works' packaging, like when they like ship it, because look, do you see that there's like a little scratch in like the label, which I know that it doesn't seem like a big deal, but to me, I do display these on my shelf, and I just don't like the fact that it's like a little bit messed up, if that makes sense. But I absolutely love the packaging. I think it's very, very pretty. As you can see, I have quite a big dent in this bottle. I love Oh Cherry, you guys. I'm just gonna say that right now. Oh Cherry is definitely right now my favorite cherry scent from Bath & Body Works. I love it so much. So let's go ahead and dive into the actual fragrance. The notes are black cherry, cherry magnolia, and tonka bean. So, oh my gosh, I love this. So, okay, so let's just go ahead and get right into the fragrance. So when you first spray it, you get this burst, this rush of like this dark cherry. It's like sweet, but it also has a slight bit of tartness to it as well. I think that's so pretty. And then there's like nothing other than that when you first spray it. But as it dries down, you get more of that magnolia and a slight touch of tonka bean. Oh my gosh, it smells so freaking good. And then when it fully dries down, you get a tiny touch of tonka bean, a little bit of magnolia, and then also the cherry as well. This fragrance is so beautifully blended together. Personally, I thought this was going to be more gourmand, which I'm actually happy that it's not, because it smells so good. I mean, there's not much tonka bean in here at all. There's like a touch, and it just sweetens the fragrance up. But it's mostly that black cherry and that magnolia. It is so freaking pretty for the spring and also for all year round, honestly. I would wear this all year round, you guys. This is so freaking good. And I'm so happy that I actually bought 2 bottles of this. And I think I do plan on buying more, because this is definitely one of my favorite fragrances. This is from like 3 uses, you guys. This is from 3 uses. Like, that's absolutely crazy. It's just, I love the fragrance. It smells absolutely amazing. I'm honestly really happy that it's not gourmand, because I feel like this can go with so many other fragrances that even aren't cherry, and I absolutely just love how this smells. So as of right now, they only have this in the fragrance mist, but I heard that they might bring it back in the fall and then also add in some lotions as well. But I absolutely love this one. This one's definitely one of my favorite fragrances right now from Bath & Body Works. It's just so pretty. So that is the Oh Cherry Fine Fragrance Mist. Now let's go ahead and get into some comparisons. So the first comparison I have is Sweetheart Cherry. This one has notes of wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and with vanilla. So, off the bat, this is the wrong bottle. Off the bat, I already know that they do not smell the same. Here's the right bottle. They do not smell the same at all. Sweetheart Cherry is more of a maraschino kind of cherry, like a candied, very, very sweet cherry. And it has a lot more pistachio in it as well. So this is just a very gourmand, sweet cherry. And Oh Cherry is definitely not that. Definitely has a lot more of the floralness to it, and a lot more of a black cherry and not a maraschino cherry. So this is sweet, but this is in a fruity sweet kind of way. And this is sweet, but this is like in a sweet sugary kind of way, if that makes sense. So the sweetness definitely differs, and they obviously do have one note similar. They only have one similar note, but they definitely don't smell the same at all. Which I actually thought that they were going to smell the same, which I'm so glad they don't, because I love Sweetheart Cherry, but I definitely wanted something a little bit different and a little bit more light and airy and everyday kind of wear, but these definitely don't smell similar. So that is Oh Cherry and Sweetheart Cherry. The next one that I wanted to go ahead and compare it to is Finery's Not Another Cherry. Here is the body mist that I own in this fragrance. I love using this body mist for layering, so that's why it's like down here, but I also own the perfume as well. I love this perfume. This perfume's already halfway gone, as you can see. So we're gonna go ahead and test out the body mist, because I feel like it's just easier to test out a body mist versus the actual perfume. So I know that this is almond, amaretto, wild rose, and cherry. So off the bat, they don't smell similar. Yeah. No, this one has a little bit more almond in it than this one has tonka bean. So this one's a little bit sweeter. I don't really smell any rose, honestly, but it definitely has a little bit more of the tonka bean. No, not tonka bean. A little bit of more of the almond amaretto. And then for the cherry wise, it definitely has like a wild cherry, like a, not a maraschino cherry at all, but like a wild cherry. But it definitely is sweeter because of the more amaretto it has in it. I don't really get any rose though. But yeah, definitely sweeter than Oh Cherry is, but they do kind of smell similar. And they are duping the exact same fragrance. So yeah, this is hard to smell on. Okay, so Oh Cherry I would say has more florals in it, and Not Another Cherry has more of that creamy nuttiness to it. But they definitely both have the same type of cherry, just they have different levels of sweetness and different levels of each note. So they are similar, but they are definitely not the same. Personally, I prefer Oh Cherry still. I love Finery's Not Another Cherry. Like, I adore this fragrance, but for an everyday wear, I would just use Oh Cherry because I love this one so much. So that is Not Another Cherry and Oh Cherry. And the last comparison that I have for you guys today is Sunset Glow. So this one has notes of fresh coconut, sparkling cherry seltzer, dreamy moonflower, and caramelized vanilla. Sunset Glow is one of my absolute favorite cherry scents. This one is so freaking good. Oh my gosh, it smells amazing. So personally, this smells mostly like caramelized vanilla, you guys. This does have a cherry note in it, and it definitely is detectable, but it mostly smells like caramelized vanilla with a little bit of cherry and a little bit of coconut and a little bit of moonflower, but it's mostly caramelized vanilla, and then the cherry, and then the other notes as well. So these don't smell similar in my opinion at all. Even though they both have cherry in them, they just don't smell similar because of the different levels of each note in them. So that is Oh Cherry and Sunset Glow. So those were all of the comparisons that I had for you guys today. So let's just go ahead and get right into the combinations or the layering ideas. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I absolutely love Oh Cherry as a topper to Sweetheart Cherry. It smells absolutely amazing. My favorite cherry combo, I actually am gonna make a separate video about that. So if you wanna go watch that, that'll be up in a few days or something. But I have a whole entire cherry routine, you guys. I have a whole entire cherry routine, and this one is such a beautiful base to Oh Cherry. And if you want to go for more of an everyday kind of cherry vibe, you can always use this as a base and then use this as a topper. I absolutely love it. I actually wore this I think last weekend, and it was so freaking good. And then if you want more of an all year round type of cherry fragrance, you can always use this one as a base and then use Oh Cherry as a topper. And if you just want to wear a perfume girl and you want to wear a perfume and a body mist, you can use the perfume version of Not Another Cherry and then Oh Cherry as a topper. Those are pretty much all of the cherry scents in my collection. I actually do have one more, but I don't think that would go well with Oh Cherry. So those are pretty much all the layering ideas that I honestly had. I also feel like Oh Cherry would go really well with Tropic Glow from Tree Hut, or Sweet Cream from Tree Hut, or any kind of vanilla kind of fragrances, or maybe Sol de Janeiro, the pistachio one. So those are all of the ones that I actually had. Like, I honestly don't have any more cherry fragrances in my collection to do different like layering ideas, and I just feel like Oh Cherry would go with pretty much any other cherry fragrance in the world except for maybe Firecracker Pop, or like a very sweet cherry, like sweet juicy cherry, maybe like not that, but for any other cherry in the world, I feel like Oh Cherry would go really well with. And also Oh Cherry is supposed to be a dupe of Tom Ford, but I have never smelled Tom Ford's Lost Cherry, but even if I did, I feel like I still prefer this because it just smells so pretty. So that was pretty much the whole entire video, you guys. I'm sorry that I had a big lack of layering combinations and layering ideas. I just don't have that many cherry fragrances in my collection, unfortunately. But I also feel like Oh Cherry could go with stuff that isn't cherry as well. I feel like it could go with Dark Kiss, it could go with Bourbon Strawberry and Vanilla, or Into the Night, or anything like that that have similar fruity fragrance, like similar fruity notes. And I feel like this would be a nice topper kind of thing as well. Anyways, so that was pretty much the whole entire video. Sorry I like to chat a lot at the end. It's really weird. But anyways, comment down below your thoughts on Oh Cherry. Personally, I absolutely freaking love it. Definitely one of my new favorite cherry fragrances, and also one of my new favorites in general. And I will see you guys in the next video. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you guys later. Bye.